Hello, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week, get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock, including news inflation is tepid worldwide. But first, dairy prices on the Fonterra auction platform are up 4.9% from the previous auction 2 weeks ago. This is the strongest gain since April. Yesterday's inflation reading in New Zealand was pretty tame, held down by the tradable sector. Our annual inflation rate in the June quarter was 0.7%, its lowest level since 1999. But inflation reports from some big economies came out overnight and then were very much higher. In the US, they reported a 1.8% annual rate, up from 1.4% the previous month, and its highest since February. The US doesn't have the deflation problem that some were concerned about earlier in the year. In the UK, they reported a 2.9% annual rate, up from 2.7% in May, but that was still less than the 3% markets were expecting. Eurozone inflation was reported at 1.6% as expected. Other data out overnight shows mixed fortunes. German sentiment and factory orders were weak. However, US capacity utilisation, housing and industrial production data all came out above in expectations. Unbelievably good US bank profit results continue to be reported, the latest being from Goldman Sachs, who doubled their second quarter result from a year ago. And it has been revealed that while most investors were selling US Treasuries in May, trying to avoid losses as yields rose, the Chinese actually increased their holdings by $25 billion to $1.3 trillion US dollars. That now represents 11% of the $11.9 trillion on issue to the public, or a bit more than 79% of US GDP. And finally, the Aussie election campaign has thrown a spanner in the works of car and related manufacturing industries, with Labor signalling a new fringe benefit tax. This is an industry that many Kiwi manufacturers have as important customers. New Zealand dollar starts today sharply higher against the US dollar at 78.9 US cents, 85.3 Aussie cents, and the TWI is at 74.6. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.